Hello. Yeah, Frederick and Irina, we are here working together to bring to you some translation from Russian. And this is Marina in this video. She's sharing her story. So here we go. Irina, you ready? We start?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Her name is Marina Kuklina, and this video is called Life Without Food. And it's funny because in you say food in Russian, and if you change just one letter in Russian for еда as a food, it's immediately become poison. So it's еда as a food, and яда is a poison. So it's a life without food, without poison, without water, and without sleeping. And again, in parentheses, it's autonomy. So that's how they call it, autonomy. So I start.
Yes.
Hello, my friends. I would like to introduce you to autonomy. It's a world of autonomy, and I only want to share my own experience and what I felt about it. I'm Marina Kuklina, and I'm 56 years old. I have oncology, and I'm retired, and I'm retired because of oncology, and I live in Krasnoyarsk, and the people from Krasnoyarsk, they call Krasnoyarsky, я Красноярка, and I'm not ashamed of saying that I have oncology because right now I work as a gymnastic trainer. And right now I'm a trainer on gymnastic, and this form of gymnastic, it's called Beloyar. And this is a little bit of introduction. And I did a chemotherapy, and a chemotherapy, laser chemotherapy. So everybody knows what oncology is. Oncology is so popular right now. It's so widespread, and everybody knows what it is. It's almost like having the flu. So treating of oncology is the two parts. It's a chemotherapy. It's a blood, when they manipulate with your blood, and the second, it's radiation. Radiation, and when your organs become thinner. Oh, I forgot to say, she has oncology of her breasts, and I did a chemotherapy, laser chemotherapy years ago, and before it was not so modern as if now. It right now it's very pointed, just to matter where it is your cancer. But before it, they put a whole plate on top of your chest. So when they did this plate, when they put the plate on top of me, they completely lasered my esophagus, and now right now my esophagus is very thinned out. It's almost it's missing a valve that's feed my food. So lately, the only thing I could take in, it's a baking soda. And that's what the doctor told me. How long you're gonna live, it's all depend on what kind of food you're gonna take. You have to take, you have to buy medicaments on 10,000 rubles, which is about $140. And she's also mentioning that her pension at this time was 15,000 rubles. So you have to buy medicine for 10,000 rubles, but your pension is 15,000 rubles. That's what she did. And also doctor tell maybe you're gonna drink some plants, some goose grass, and that's all gonna depend how long you're gonna live. And this is, at this moment, I understand that I'm very optimistically looking towards the cemetery. And at this moment, there's Nastya Zilevich. She's coming to my city because she's my countryman. She's from the same city as I am, from Krasnoyarsk. And she's looking at her with irony, with sarcasm. Who is this little girl who doesn't eat, who doesn't drink, who doesn't sleep? What kind of joke is this? Sorry, she lived in Petropavlovka. And the place why Marina chose this place, Petropavlovka, it's where the fresh air with the fresh juice, fresh vegetables and fresh fruits. But all this is not helping because you have to work so hard to grow those vegetables and fruits. So I go to this lecture. I went to lecture of Nastya, and all my irony was gone because at the first moment I immediately understand that this is my only way out. And I think it was a sign because my doctor told me that I'm going to give you a diagnosis, but diagnosis, I'm only going to write it down. Official diagnosis, I'm going to write down, but on the words from me to you, I'm going to tell you honestly, that's the only, you have only left to live 2 to 4 years, depending on how you're going to, what you're going to eat and what you're going to do. It was very good news, but at least it was an honest doctor. I liked it. I like the honest opinion of my doctor. So here's the thing. It's only 3 little keys. You don't eat, you don't drink, and you don't sleep. At first, it sounds very funny. And a lot of people told me that a psychiatric hospital is waiting for you. So immediately next day, I stopped eating. And the next day, I became this process of autonomy. And the results just stunned me. So immediately the process of cleansing of my body started. My whole body was covered with bruises. I understood that it was blood started to clean. And all of a sudden my eyes start seeing. I lost my sight when I was a little girl, and I was born blind, and I lost my sight. I had -7. I already had 8 operations, and I had a beautiful. What's the name of the doctor who treat the eyes, or who does operation on the eyes? Oculist. Oculist.
We can just say there's a word. Let me get it. But
It's a eye treatment doctor. I am eye treating doctor.
Optician,
And,
maybe optician. Yeah.
Optician. Yeah. So she did a 8 operation, and all of a sudden her eyes start seeing better. And she's saying it wasn't like absolutely beautiful seeing, but it was a significant improvement. And for me, it's very important because the whole year I'm collecting money to do this operation on my eye. And it's very significant that I start seeing.
Just interruption. The best word is the best name is ophthalmologist. Ophthalmologist. Yes, exactly.
Ophthalmologist. And for me, so it's not a free event. It's a very serious procedure. Like I have to collect the whole year money to operate my eye and then do it. And my ear canal was not ruptured in my ear, so it got restored, and all of a sudden I can hear better. And for me, that was a shock. And I threw all my medicaments that I bought for 10,000 rubles, and and everything started being differently. Before I was weighing 100 kilos, and now I weigh 65 kilos, but this doesn't matter at all anymore. Oh, and I forgot to say, she's saying she stopped drinking baking soda, and she threw all her medicals away. And but also there is a lot of changes happening in your psyche. Your whole world is upside down. And from now on, I cannot be a good wife to a gorgeous man, to a great husband, because I don't cook soups anymore, and I don't prepare him meals, and I cannot talk about food anymore. And all my relatives was not too crazy about my changes. Because before, was my day. You washing the dishes, and then you prepare coffee, and then you prepare breakfast, and then you washing the dishes again. and then there is the lunch, and then there is a dinner, and then pardon my French, you constantly taking care of your food. You prepare food, and then you eat, and then and you go toilet, and then you carrying all this to toilet. I love numbers so much. I mean, just calculate. During the day, you eat about 1.5 or 2 kilograms on food, and now multiply in a number of days in a year. How many tons of food we passing through our bodies? And all of a sudden, you have so much strength inside of you. It seems like you don't eat, you don't drink, and you don't sleep, but you have so much strength inside of you. Like, for example, right now I'm talking to you and I have my mouth full of saliva. So right now there is organs that's producing 2 liters of saliva a day. But first of all, it was I had a very dry mouth in the beginning, but that was a process of cleansing. So that was I started the 7th June, and so it means that I'm doing this autonomy for half a year now, right now, approximately. And for example, I'm driving in my car and I didn't sleep for 2 days, and all of a sudden my eyes covered with a thin layer, thin film. I'm sorry, covered with the sand. So your eyes are seeing good, but there's so much tears in your eyes that's tears are just pouring and pouring and pouring. And right now the tears are gone and my eyes are seeing so much better. Not like perfect, but better. So, but most importantly, that's my inner world changed. I'm traveling so much right now, and I left my husband, and we partied very beautifully and very peacefully. So I couldn't communicate anymore with my husband. I couldn't cook him soups, and we couldn't talk on the same topics anymore. And I cannot tell that he doesn't understand me. He does understand me, but that's not how he sees a happy life. So in a very short period of time, my life completely changed. I had a disability of group number 2, but since our government is very care about the retirement people, of course, they change me to group number 3 to pay me less money. So with this group number 3 of disability, I go to Anapa and I get my certificate of a gymnast trainer to the person whose name is Zhukov, and he does not give the certificate to anybody. And right now I'm working with a woman who is called 50 plus quality of life, woman who is plus and over. So when I work with a vertebrae and a spine, and I have so much energy, and only because I don't eat. And you don't need any food, and the food becomes like a caoutchouc. So this is how I live right now. So you cannot call me right now complete autonom. I eat 4 times a week. And I eat only once a day, and but this is specific food. It's only alkaline food. It's only vegetables. It was a cucumber and cabbages, and right now I want to switch to juices because my body doesn't want to digest that anymore. So right now I don't eat completely 2 days of the week, and I travel a lot and I do gymnastics. And I do skiing downward hill, but I canceled the skiing because I wanted to surf. Oh, and she said that she took a second group of gymnastics right now. She's training second group of gymnasts. But right now I don't want to do downward ski anymore because I want to do surfing, because I did it before, and it's absolutely beautiful as a sensation, surfing. I would like to travel to Vietnam and want to give people, all these people, a lot, all my knowledge. So when I give, I receive. So when I give, I pass it through me. So it's, for example, like this is an example. I go to my girlfriend and my girlfriend is telling me, right now, I'm going to prepare you absolutely amazing soup. Like, you're going to love it. And Marina is asking her, but did you ever prepare it yourself? She said, no, I've never prepared it myself, but all my friends are telling me that it's absolutely amazing soup. So Marina is saying, I don't want to hear anything anymore. If you did not cook it yourself, then your experiment is not, your experience is not interest me. I only can get information that I pass through myself. And about autonomy, about not eating, I only can tell you, the only thing I can tell you, it's the thing that I pass through myself, that I experience on myself. And all these people who was telling me that I'm crazy and that I need to go to a psychiatric hospital for evaluation, that's their problem. I turned my face from the looking at the cemetery to completely different direction. We have a famous Russian comic, stand-up comedian, Zhvanetsky, and he's saying doesn't matter what person is doing, he's very with sturdiness, he's crawling to the cemetery. But I would like to change that path. Because right now I have a lot of plans in my life. And now I have a very, very big problem, what to do at night when you don't sleep. Because I sleep only 3 hours at night. So I'm studying English. I'm reading books. And also I like to sew, and so everything that I wanted to sew 30 years ago, like all these plans, they come into me right now. Because before, slowly, I started sewing, but then I didn't have enough time. And then my eyes started getting worse and worse. And right now, everything came back. My eyes are back, and now I have a lot of time. Before I thought it's an event, the autonomy, not eating, not sleeping, on no drinking. It's for young people, and now I'm thinking it's for people who is 50 and over, because you're turning the time backwards, turn time around. I think when you put this YouTube video on YouTube, you're gonna see my photo 6 months ago when I was together with Anastasia, and you can see how I looked like 6 months ago. And right now I look like when I was 45 years old. And this process is not stopping. Like, I'm getting younger and younger, and my heels, excuse me for details, they look so very pink, just like when I was 30 years old. My nails changed, and I want to wear dresses again, and I feel feminine again. my energy changed, my sexuality changed. And I'm boldly saying this in my 56 years old. And you can put this energy in anything you want. You can put it in art, and you can see how beautifully it's going to look like, the energy. Anastasia, I love you because you completely changed my world, and you changed my world to a different direction. Thank you so much, Anastasia, for turning my, I feel like I'm flying right now. I feel like I'm surfing. And you know, like when you're surfing, the most difficult part is take a sail when it's fall into the water. When you trying to pull it up and it's full of dirt, and I see similarity with this process. We have this famous singer. His name is Kikabidze, and he's singing. My years are my treasure, but I don't think so. I think my years are my tie knots. It's my chains. They pulling me down. It's my fears. It's my anybody who hurt me, my hurts. All my years, it's all my pains, it's death of your loved ones. But when you're on autonomy, everything, all this pain is just disappears, and you're not afraid anymore. And you're open to this world. I don't wear masks anymore. I love myself the way I am. And I'm open to you. If you want to discuss me, you can do it. If you don't, and if you want to take my experience, please take it. And if you don't, just throw it away. But there is a 3 keys, only 3 keys. So there is no teachers, no gurus. There is no hooks that's gonna hook you. There is no hooks of the medicine that's gonna tell you, we know how to treat you. the doctor who was treating my oncology, he's not alive anymore. I'm not gonna say his name, but it was very difficult to sign up to visit him. And he himself, he died because of oncology. You look like a little kid. You running everywhere and you're saying, "Oh, please help me! Please help me! Give me some medicine." This mechanism is so strong, and I think it's the more profitable right now. It's a mechanism of selling vodka and selling medicine. It's one medicine, the one is treating you and one is crippling you. So they healed your oncology, but right now esophagus is completely gone. And I would die, absolutely, that's true, but not from cancer, but from my thin esophagus. But I don't want to die. I want to live. I want to ski in Switzerland. I want to go back, going down on the Black Diamond. I want to walk 10 kilometers without stopping. And I'm reminding you that I'm 56 years old. And by documents, I'm still disabled. And I'm afraid to say right now because government gonna. I'm afraid that government gonna find out because right now government is paying me extra 2,000 rubles for my disability, but it doesn't matter. Our government is so generous. And that's what I experienced on autonomy. Please, if you have any questions, ask me and I will share with you, especially those people who already did chemotherapy and chemo laser. I will find the words for you, special words for you, and I will tell you what I experienced. And the mechanism is very simple. Don't eat, don't eat. But she uses more strong words, not eat, but it's kind of like when you devour stuff, when you are eating like this. That's it. Yeah, that's what she said.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Irina.
Yeah, no problem.
So we are going to have a Thursday. We are making this translation today, Tuesday. We'll have only between now and the time, it's 2 days. Is that right? Yeah, Thursday. 7 p.m. UK time. So questions should come, and we'll ask as many questions as we can. Otherwise, thank you so much, Irina. I just want to let you go now so that.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, just call me when you need more translations.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.